Hello soulmates, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to this channel, you're welcome. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this beautiful and simple cargo pant trouser. So if this is something you're interested in, please like this video, drop a lovely comment in the comment section, share this video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, and let's get right into the video. For that trouser, I use 2.5 yards of Ankara and I use less than half yard of the black material. If you just have your Ankara or any fabric you want to use, you can just use that alone without mixing it with the black fabric. So now I've folded my Ankara into two and I'm measuring the length of the trouser first. So for the length, I'm using 41 inches for my length. Then I'll be adding 2 inches for the hemming at the lower part, so that's 43. So the 2 inches is the line I'm ruling, so the line below is 2 inches and I'll be measuring the length upward. So I'll place my tape rule on 41 inches on that line, then I'll measure the length. So for the length, like I said, I'm using 41 inches, and for the band, I'm using 1.5 inches band, but I'm removing 1 inch. This is because I'll be joining this with the band, so it will reduce to 1.5. So I removed 1 inch from my measurement, but if I'm adding the band, I'll be adding 1.5 inch band. So now it's time to measure my inseam. For me to get my crotch line, I usually use the inseam method. So I measured my inseam. My inseam is 30 inches, and when you do deduct 30 from 41 inches, that's 11. So my crotch line is 11 inches. So this is 11 inches, as you can see. So my hip line is about 8.5, not 9, please. Is 8.5. So I'll be rolling a line across the point. So the line before the crotch is my hip line, so that's my crotch line over there. So now the first thing I want to do is to add 2 inches to my hip. My hip is actually 36, but I'm adding 2 inches, that's 38. So 38 divided by 4, that's 9.5. Then you have to divide that 9.5 into 4. So I just round it up to 10. So 10 divided by 4, that's 2.5. Then I'll be adding 1 inch for the joining at that side, for the joining at the side. So I'll add the 1 inch now. Actually, I should have added the 1 inch after measuring my hip divided by 4. So I will do that now. But please don't get confused with the line. So you measure your hip divided by 4. Mine is 9.5. Then you add the 1 inch. Then you now add the 2.5 inches. That is your hip measurement divided by 4 that we measured. Please don't get confused. So now what you have here together with the sewing allowance, you measure it. I have 10.5, so I'll take it up here, 10.5. So I'll just roll a line at this point. The 1 inch we added is for the joining at the side, not the crotch. Please take note. So now I will take away the 1 inch, then I will start measuring my waist. So my waist is 26, and 26 divided by 4, that's 6.5. So I'll be adding that to this trouser, 1 inch. So that's all. And the 1 inch at the crotch area, that's the joining for the side. So that's that about that. So I'm connecting this line downwards to just blend in my crotch, and this is how I'll just blend in my crotch line. So the measurement I measured upward was what I used downward. So I just extended the line downward. Don't get confused. So now I'm adding ½ inch at the crotch area. This ½ inch is for the joining at the crotch. So it's for the joining at the crotch area. So that's the ½ inch I'm adding. For the zipper fly extension that we'll be adding to this trouser, so you locate the hip line. Though I went up by 1 inch, but please don't go up by 1 inch. Just use your hip line. So just use your hip line, like I said. So I'll be adding 1.5 inches. So with the sewing allowance for the crotch, that should be 2 inches. Though I used 2.5 at first, but I later reduced it. So with the sewing allowance for the crotch and for the zipper fly allowance, everything should be 2 inches. But here it was 2.5, but I reduced it later. So now I'm blending the waist to the hip area at this side, and this is what I have. So this is what I have. So now this is where the crotch stopped, but the remaining part here will be for the joining of this side. We'll be joining that side too. And this is the 1 inch for this other side. So now you measure what you have without the joining allowance of at both sides. So I remove the joining allowance at both sides, and whatsoever you have there, just divide it into 2 equal half. Then you just rule a line upward and also downward. So you can extend this line downward because you'll be needing it. So now for my tie, I went down by 1.5 inches to locate my tie. And for my tie measurement, I'm adding ease allowance to it. So with the ease allowance, I'll be measuring it. So my tie is 24 with ease allowance. So I'll measure 6 on both sides. Then I'll now add the joining allowance, half for this other side and one for that side. So the next thing I'm doing is to note my nail length. So this is my knee length here. So I'll just rule a line across that point. Then I'll measure my nail circumference with the ease allowance. This is a free trouser. So for this side here, what I have at my tie, I'm just reducing it by 1 inch. I'm reducing it by 1 inch. So I'm using 5.5 on both sides of the line. Then I will add 1 inch joining allowance to this side and half inch to this other side. I will add half inch to this side soon. So I've connected the real line, and then this is the sewing allowance line. So I'll also do the same thing too for this side for you to understand. So this is the joining allowance of 1 inch at this side, and for this other side, like I said, it is half inch. So I'm just connecting the sewing allowance line and the other line too, so that you can understand what I'm doing. So whatsoever I have here, it will be what I'll measure at the ankle area. So I just measured everything all together, then I transferred it downward. So now I'll go ahead and just connect the line together. I'll also do the same thing too for this side. So after you are done, you just go ahead and cut the front bodies. So make sure you don't cut out all the zipper fly allowance and every other allowance you added. Like I said, I reduced that zipper fly to 1.5. So everything together there is 1.5. So now let's cut the back, and I've placed my front bodies on the back. The zipper fly, I'm folding it in like this. So the first thing I will do now is to extend this line upward by 1.5. You can add about 2 to 3 inches if your hip is very big. So now I'm just blending it in like this. I will go inward now by 1.5 inches. We went upward by 1.5, then I'll go inward by 1.5 again. So it's from that 1.5, I will blend it. I'll just blend it to the level of the front bodies. So on this line, you measure your waist measurement divided by 4. That's 6.5. Mine is 6.5. Then the joining allowance for the side and the dart allowance. So everything all together is 2 inches. So after I was done with this measurement, I noticed that I should have went in by 2 inches. So I'm adding 0.5 to everything I measured earlier. You can just leave your own at 1.5, but I later increase it to 2. So everything will just increase by half. I hope you get now. So is this point now that I will blend into the hip area like this. So now for this side here, I just went down a little bit, not up to 1 inch, but very close to 1 inch. And from that point now, I'll be connecting it upward. You know the new 2 inches line, that is where I'll be connecting it to. The first line before these 2 inches is the 1.5. Now I will add 0.5 inches for the joining allowance at the crotch. So I'll just connect it to this first line. So now this is what I have. I can now go ahead and cut this. Now for the darts at the back area, so what I did was to measure 4 inches after the sewing allowance at the crotch. I measured 4 inches, then I noted the point. I also did the same thing too for the front, and it was the same as the line I measured earlier. So now that's the dart point. So now the first thing we'll be doing is to join. The joining will start from here. You just join it like that. You join it, and you also go ahead and make the dart. So this is what I have after joining. So I went ahead to iron this down. I folded it inward like this, and this is what I have. So I'll be fixing my zipper. I'll be fixing my zipper in such a way that it will overlap. That is, the zipper will be inside. It will be covered with this zipper fly. So I started with this side, and I sew very close to the zipper. I make sure it was very close to the zipper, very close to the edge. So I made the sewing very close to the edge. Then for this side here, so I placed it on it like this. I make sure it was covering the zip very well. Then I'll be sewing with like 1 inch away. So I'm marking the line I'll be following. So it's like 1 inch away. You know, the first one was very close. This one should be like 1 inch away. And just draw your curve like that. So after sewing this is what I have. As you can see, it's covered it, and this is what the back looks like. So this is what the back looks like. So the next thing is my band, and for my band I went ahead to cut it and also add the stay. So for the measurement, like I said, we'll be using 1.5 inches band. So now I measured 4 inches here, and I folded it into 2 equal half. Then I folded one part in by ½ inch. So I'll be joining the band to every part of this trouser. I'm joining to the front separately and to the back separately too. So now to join the side, you cut out the excess you have. You cut out the excess you have, and this is how my band is. Like I said, I folded one part in like this, and for the other side it is now folded. Then I close up the edge of the band. So now you place the band like this. This is the wrong side of the fabric. So you place it like this, then you just sew with ½ inch. So please make sure you leave about ½ inch here. So after sewing, you go ahead and flip it over like this. Then you also sew at the edge. So the ½ inch you will be leaving will be the overlapping part for this band, in case you want to add your hook to it. So after that, you go ahead and join the side. Please don't join the crotch area yet. You know we are adding pockets. So this is what the side looks like after joining. Then I'll open it up. Make sure you iron it also. Iron it so that there is no folding at the side. So you place it like this, then you iron the joining parts. So now I'm measuring my hip, my knee line rather. So my knee length is 21 inches. Then I'll be going up by about 2 inches. So that is where the first pocket will be starting from. That is, it will be starting from there upward. So these are my pockets. If you haven't seen the tutorial of how to make a cargo pocket, I'll link it up here for you to see. So this is the pocket I made. So now I'll measure my pockets. So this is 7 by 8 inches. So for the 7 inches, you divide it into two. So 3.5 on one side, 3.5 on the other side. And for the height of the pocket, it is 8 inches. Also note that point. So after you've noted the point, you just go ahead and rule a straight line on it to draw the pockets on the fabric. So I'll use my ruler now to connect the points together, and this will serve as the line I'll be following to fix the pocket. So now I'll start from this side, then I'll just fix the pocket like that. So now for the other one, I went down by 6 inches. So the pocket will be starting from there. So for the length of the pocket, since my pocket everything is the same measurement, so I went down by 8 inches. Then the wideness is also 7 inches, so 3.5 divided on both sides. There's a joining at that midpoint. So I also do the same thing too at this part. Then I will also draw out the pocket line. So this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and fix the pocket. I'll also do the same thing too for the other side of the trouser. So this is just one side of the trouser. So I'll place this pocket like this, and I'll also place this one like this, and I'll also do the same thing for the other side. So after fixing the pockets and fixing the cover, this is what I have. If you haven't seen the tutorial of how to fix a cargo pocket, please, I will link it in the comment section. I'll just pin it down in the comment section for you to watch. So now after fixing our pockets, the next thing I'll be doing is just to sew the crotch area and hem our trouser, and this is what the trouser looks like. So for the band part, you go ahead and add your skirt hook to that part, and your trouser is ready. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, drop a comment, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.